Booyah.
Sean Brady, eat your fight.
We are here live at Devin Way Studios. Thank you. And the BradyBagz show is taking a new location. Me, Sean, Justin, Kurt, and we are
we're on the
trying
road.
something a little new. Yeah, we're on the
We're
road.
on the road. We're across the bridge.
It's very
We're in New
professional.
Jersey.
So thank you to Devin Wade. You're the man. We appreciate you. And let's kick it off with the recap of the last show. We had a few of our friends, teammates, acquaintances that fought.
That was a good card. I watched every single fight, top to bottom. Besides Pantoja, I fell asleep after Shavkat Rock.
A lot of good grappling.
Yeah.
I got to the TV 20 minutes late, and 2 fights went by. I don't know what happened with Chase Hooper.
Chase Hooper
yoked him up.
Armbar, triangle, armbar transition.
And Kennedy.
Knockout.
Smoked.
Yeah.
Bad?
Yeah, smoked.
Bad
not crazy bad, but it was bad.
I got a lot going on in life. I couldn't even.
Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, he didn't fight to like the top.
No. Chiesa looked really good though. I picked Chiesa.
Do you really think he looked really good?
But that's what he does though. For him to go and do that to Max, no one's ever sub Max. Like Max is giving a lot of guys a hard time. Like he's never been finished, and for him to go out there and sub him, like I thought he was taking him down like pretty easy.
What is Mikey Mav about to do now?
Bro, I mean, I don't know.
He's making a run for it.
He said he's making a run for it.
I think that's going to be short lived, but bro, he doesn't. To me, he looks. I don't know. He looks tired and old.
Yeah, but
he had a good
But he won.
strategy. He did his thing.
Still won.
But he won.
Beat
Max,
Max. Yeah, I mean, Max and Jeremiah had a hell of a fight, and
I think that's why I was going Max too.
And Chiesa went out there and strangled him.
Morning.
Cody Durden and Joshua Van. They were.
His defense held up.
They were cracking.
Yeah, they were mixing in that one.
Joshua Van has a fucking chin on him. So does Cody Durden. But man, they were beating the Joshua Van was doing a lot more of the beating, but Cody Durden was getting his licks in. But yeah, Joshua Van looked great.
Yeah, they ripped.
You guys can jump in whenever you want to talk about something. Chris Weidman, Eric Anders. Chris
boy,
Weidman fucking stepped back on him though and dropped his ass.
My question is, how a ref let you get your ass whipped for 4 minutes and 50 seconds? Then at 10 seconds, he like,
yo.
You know what?
Yeah, I was like, brother, it was 9 seconds left. Like you gotta.
Man, yeah, I was screaming at. I'm like, Richard Steele ass. I don't know if you remember when Belgium got stopped back in the day.
He had the 1.5 on that. The ref did. He had to make sure he hit that part.
I love Weidman. I hope he.
Dana said somebody asked him. He said
there was like 4 of them. Kron.
He said they all need to retire.
Weidman and Smith. Yeah.
That means he's not giving them no more fights.
No, that's
kind of what it sounded like he said.
Brother, they gave Tony Ferguson 8.
All right.
He's on an 8-fight losing streak.
All right.
And they might give him another one.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. They hate him.
No, they love him because they're still letting him fight.
You letting him do that.
Randy Brown, Brian Battle.
Brian Battle, you.
Controversy over the weekend, explain it.
I said Brandy. Randy looked great. Took him at the end, bro. Had him in that crucifix. Like, looked really good. Obviously, everyone knows Brian Battle missed weight by 4 pounds. That's a big miss. He probably came in there 195, 200. And Randy is not. He looks huge, like really big, but he only walks around 185 pounds. Probably he's skinny. Like he's not the biggest 170 pounder. So for him to still take the fight, second round was a little bit closer. And I thought he had bigger moments in the third. There was some questionable judging throughout this whole card because Dana White even said that he thought Randy won. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have been okay, or at least a little bit more okay with if it was a split either way versus a unanimous. I thought that was kind of crazy, but
yeah, it was wild.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask, even with Randy, and my question, not necessarily taking a shot at Randy or anything, but like, you miss weight, you do new negotiations, you get your funds, whatever. Do you feel like you still got a right to complain after that? Like, do you still got a right to almost talk about the whole situation?
I think so, because at the end of the day, I mean, your first job is to make weight. We all cut a lot of weight. Some of us more than others, but I personally cut a lot of weight. You know, it's not easy for any of us. And if you can't do your first job, you're always going to have a complaint. I mean, it's a big knock. Look at Dylan Budka versus Andre. You know what I mean? It was like, if you have an advantage, you're not cutting as low, you're not as dehydrated, you're able to get back up to weight quicker. Yeah, I think you
Especially
absolutely have a
4
right.
pounds.
4 pounds a lot. It's not like you
That's
missed
like-
by a pound.
That's the hardest. Like
and
the
that's
last.
like, bro, that's like the last stretch, and then you, so
Those last 4 pounds are usually the hardest
Mhm.
part to cut. So
Probably
yeah.
would have made weight. He took that bump off the side of his fucking head. A weird ass Jones. Looked like a on button.
Did you guys watch
Reebok
this next
pump.
fight?
What we
This
got?
this was a good fight. Mozart versus Aljo.
Yeah.
Grappling,
Chill.
grappling delight. A lot of great scrambles. I still thought Aljo won, but he was letting the round slip away in the last 2 minutes of the third round. He had him, and he went to do something, and I forget exactly what happened, but he let Mozart out of his grips, and then Mozart
I
ended
think he
up
fell
on
off
top.
the top of his
Fell
back.
off the top, so he did an unnecessary movement, which kind of lost him the fight. But I still thought he did enough. I thought he looked good. Aljo looked great to take Mozart to a split decision like that. It just shows how good Aljo is.
I thought he took, like, wrestling wise, he definitely took it. He tried to take it to
Yeah.
him more.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest concern is, why was that card placed where it was? I mean, why was that fight placed on the prelims?
I think it's pretty simple. I don't think that they've really ever valued Aljamain because he's not very popular for a guy who was defending his titles many times as he did. And I mean, he's a wrestler at the end of the day, right? So it's like, I just don't think the UFC is interested in grapplers as well as knockout artists.
I used
So
to
I think
think
they're
that.
underappreciated.
I used to think that, but I think that it was a really good fight, and they have to place these fights throughout the card so that you're watching the entire card. You know, like they can't just stack a certain part of the card with all the fights and like other people aren't tuning in. So I think they strategically put certain fights in spots. Like, are they not the happiest with Aljo? I'm sure, but Khabib was like one of the most famous fighters in the world, and he was a grappler. And if you go look at Khabib's fights before his last couple finishes, all of his fights were decisions. So, Dana definitely isn't the biggest fan of Aljo, but I think they place certain fights in certain spots.
This fight was pretty much even when it comes to stats, and when it comes to total strikes is where it was a blowout on Mosvart's fucking side.
Okay.
Yeah.
136 to 45, but significant strikes it was 8 to 12.
Yeah, and those total strikes could be like me going like this.
Yeah,
dumb shit.
Yeah, dumb shit.
How'd you guys like Mozart's physique?
I think that boy on some shit.
He's my man's
I
bricked
said,
up.
Johnny I said, Jesus, bro.
Michael Jordan secret stuff.
Now,
Bro,
not,
to
no
hydrate-
accusations, right? But if I'm correct, you guys said
Pickle
to the
juice.
dudes that live in other
But
countries,
he
right?
trains at American Top Team.
Okay, all
in
right.
South
Just making
Florida,
sure. Okay,
so,
I didn't know that. Okay. I was about to say.
Vicente Luque, Thurnberg Rimbo. Vicente looked like classic Vicente. They fucked up somewhere because they had Vicente as a favorite in this. But when we talked about it last week,
Thurnberg?
Thurnberg was the favorite.
Thimba?
Thurnberg, whatever
Whatever
but
his name is.
When we talked about it, he was like a plus 800, and that's why I'm like, yo, you have to go with him because remember we talked
Yeah.
about the value. Then somehow he wound up being the favorite. I'm like, brother, I would never pick this man if I knew that.
Over.
But Vicente looked great.
When the fight started, that's the first thing I said. I was watching with John, but I was like,
He
I
slipped
one
on-
thing. Yeah, he
slipped on
throws
the outside,
inside,
hit
bro.
through that overhand,
Yeah.
and then locked up that fucking anaconda, rolled through him, and that was it.
Whoever bet that fight under 10 strikes is a rich man.
I just think it was great. I think it was a little reckless. Just like you can't shoot on a guy like that. I mean, he got Chiesa with the same thing.
Yeah.
But
Well, he
whatever.
got
Got
dropped.
rocked,
Yeah, he got.
It didn't even look like that
Bro,
hard of a shot.
Yeah, but he
either.
like crumbled down.
Yeah.
And then Vicente's like when you're dry,
Shot,
his
yeah.
fucking arms are long. Shot that shit right through. You want to take this one, your boy?
Dom Reyes, Call of Duty friend.
Yeah.
Dom's a good dude, super humble. So for people that don't know, we play video games sometimes. Not that means shit. He's terrible at Call of Duty, but very happy to see him getting a win column. Him trying to get back to his old ways and actually training and having good mental health. So I was glad to see him win. I was also not too happy to see all the emotional shit from Anthony Smith. Like I think it's dangerous to fight like that. Like that's how you can really get yourself hurt. But yeah, ultimately he got the finish. He got the TKO. It was a beatdown, one-way street, and he got the win. So
Yeah, I don't think Anthony Smith should have fought. He was crying on the walkout, and then he was crying in there. Like that's his best friend / coach just died. So
Sad,
I mean,
man.
I thought he was going to get he probably thought like maybe I get in there and I honor him. Or
passion,
something. Yeah,
yeah.
but Nah, that's sucks to see, but good win for Dom.
Joe, if you would have seen my actions on domination the other night, I would get a Medal of Honor.
You're trash.
I'm not trash.
You're dog shit.
All right, well, I'm gonna
100%.
You got to hear his flare ups on there, bro. I'm telling you.
Mine?
Medal of Honor.
You probably had like fucking 14 and 32, bro.
Nah,
You're like,
not
let's
on
get with it.
domination, bro. I got like 7. I got B like 7 times. I have 4 kill streaks.
How
Put some
old are
UAVs
you?
in there, bro. You're crazy. I'm telling you, Medal of Honor shit, bro.
You're disgusted right now.
What is the main event?
He's disgusting with you. He's
Troy versus Nate the Train.
Dude,
Troy looked
I'm
great, bro.
so disappointed in Nate the Train's takedown defense.
There was no woo woo going on.
no choo-choo.
There was no choo choo.
What did he say? What did he hear him on the mic?
baby.
He said, "If I don't lose, I'ma probably win." He lost his
You're never laughing at performances, just that his character is hilarious,
he is funny.
man. Penny for a pound, whatever he said when he walked up. I think he doesn't understand you, probably. I don't know, bro.
Troy looked good though.
Yeah, he did. He looked straight solid. Like just stood there planted his feet. He
Yeah.
didn't give anything up. He looked solid, bro.
Bryce Mitchell, Crown Gracie, brother.
When is it expected?
This is not 1992 anymore.
He reached for the gi.
It's just crazy to me that in
He was
MMA,
reaching for the lapels.
Grabbed him by his ear.
He was going for collar grips.
So-
There's no collar grips here.
I think you cut a guy like that. I don't think he has a future in the division just because of his style. Like if you can't even make it a competitive fight against a guy who's not.
He's never fighting in the UFC again.
Yeah, bro. I think you gotta let him go. And it's just like it's not 1973.
Jumping.
It really
Every
isn't.
time they clinched, he was pulling guard, jumping
couldn't
guard.
help it.
Finally, Bryce fucking
Slammed
framed
him.
on his face,
Yeah.
and that was
Gave him a
people keep talking
jammy.
about the elbows. That initial slam is
Did it?
what hurt him.
Yeah.
because his head got smoked, and then he followed him up.
Bro,
with
you know
too.
that canvas is hard.
Hard.
Bro. With me breaking my elbow on it, that
Remember,
shit is hard.
remember what the fuck's his name? The
Drakkar Klose.
no, the king. What do they call him? The bull from he slammed. What the fuck is his name?
Jordan Levitt.
Yup.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah,
slammed
yeah.
Walked him over and boom.
Same thing, but finished him off with the elbow. So I don't think Crown Gracie's ever fighting the UFC
couldn't help
again.
it. He
You
couldn't
made
help it.
Crown Gracie grow 4 inches.
Yeah, and if you're a jumping guard like that, though, you have to be going for legs. You have to be like attacking. He wasn't even. He was pulling guard and just holding.
Granted,
and that was it.
What he was doing is unfortunately what he's best at.
Yeah, but my thing is if you're going to pull like that with jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
you got to be playing you have to be playing the open guard game. You have
Well,
to
let's be
going for
honest
the
too. He
submission.
was 5-0 when he got in, or 5-2, or 5-1, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, just like me, stepping up in competition with like Jack. Like I could compete, right? Like I had enough fights, I think, and whatever, it didn't go the way that we thought it would. But like he has so few fights to be able to go up there, and I don't think he has the experience.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the striking, and he just doesn't have the IQ to be able to
Yeah.
win good fights.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
This next one, Volkov versus.
I'm gonna keep this one short.
Serial,
I thought
Serial
Volkov
Gone
won.
Yep.
And I think Cyril Gahn should be disappointed in his wrestling defense. And yeah, I think it was a sloppy, boring fight, but yeah, I think Volkov won.
I was gonna say, what about did he look a little better wrestling offensively? I think he got a nice takedown. Or didn't he get a lift?
Yeah, he got
jump
like
jump?
one,
But
but
we've always known he could like wrestle offensively a little bit,
Okay.
but you can't be losing
I
positions
thought-
like that.
I thought Volkov clearly won that fight. Like it was close here and there, but
I'm not gonna lie. I was talking to Dave at this fight. Adeline Bird is her name, right? She's
the one that scored it for.
Anytime I see her, a good performance, hate to see her ass coming, right? Because anytime she's on the panel, it is always something super crazy. I don't know what she gave him. I never
She's a
looked it up.
judge?
Yes.
Okay.
Trash.
She
Yeah.
bad in boxing, bad in UFC. Like
Here we go. We're gonna get on the subject of women in MMA.
There you go.
Keep them out. No,
Jones probably hairy
No, because
as
like I
hell.
was telling him, I said I like Julian Letterman. I think Julian Letterman is a great female judge. Not even talking about that, but she is bad. Like
Yeah, it's bad.
I'm almost certain she is part of the problem in the situation. I could be wrong. I did not look it up, but I'm almost certain she is part of the problem in the situation.
Because her breath stink.
But she's the worst. If you hear her adjusting your joint, know that you need a knockout. Start swinging like you heard World Star. As soon as they say judges and the judges, Adelaide Bird, all that grappling shit, just be like, nah.
fuck it.
I gotta end this shit.
All right, Shavkat, Ian Gary.
Your thoughts?
Honest.
Honest opinion.
No, you know what? Do me a favor. Give me the pros of what you seen from both.
The pros.
What were the good things that you saw? What did you take in their benefit? Like looking at this fight.
Ian Gary is better than I thought he was.
Okay.
As far as like defensive, like I thought Shavkat, as soon as he got his hands locked, he'd be able to take him down and do what he wanted with him. As soon as Shavkat actually dropped down for the legs, that's when he was having success with the takedowns. I don't have much great things to say about either one of them, to be honest. So I'm just going to Shavkat, first 2 rounds, pushed him against the fence. Nothing really happened. Literally 1 or 2 strikes was the difference of Shavkat winning that round. 3rd round, Ian started to open up, land kicks. 4th round, Shavkat started going for the takedowns where he scored like a double leg. He scored a couple like decent takedowns, but couldn't really hold him down. And then ended up on his back, still couldn't really hold him down. Then the 5th round, fucking Shavkat goes for a takedown. Ian reverses it, ends up on his back, has a fully locked in rear naked choke. Can't finish this man.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, you've had Damian Maia in your corner when you fought MVP, couldn't finish MVP when you had your arms locked. Then you have Shavkat and you have Charles Oliveira in your corner, and you have your arms locked. Like the choke was locked, couldn't finish him. So,
Yeah, I mean, he was pulling his glove for the
yeah.
cable.
I don't know if it's Shavkat didn't look like Shavkat usually does, or Ian looked better than he usually does. But either way,
I think it's exactly that. I
Yeah.
think Ian looked a lot better than he did against
Yeah.
MVP, and I
Yeah.
think Shavkat was shown that he's a human.
yeah,
And
yeah,
not that we didn't think
Yeah.
that, but I don't
Other
think
people-
Shavkat's as good as everybody
yeah,
thinks.
yeah. I mean, we're because
I think he loses to Bilal.
At the end of the day, we're all humans, and sometimes like you see these guys' auras like 18, even me, like when I was 15-0, like people are like, oh, 15-0, then Ian's 15-0, Shavkat's 18-0. You're like, man, these guys are fucking something else, but it's just a number, and you've got more lucky probably more times than you haven't. So, but eventually it catches up to you, and it almost caught up to Shavkat. It caught up to Ian. But I wasn't crazy impressed with either one of them. Now we're hearing Shavkat had a torn ACL or something.
My nerves.
But yeah,
I do think a rematch, if they fought again, I think Ian beats him.
yeah.
Got to rub some mountain oysters on his legs.
So what they think they should do is Shavkat's going to fight Bilal, obviously. Ian should fight the winner of Buckley and Colby because he has a story there. He was supposed to fight Buckley, and he was supposed to fight Colby. So whoever wins that, he should fight
Who they should let you fight?
Leon Edwards.
You think Leon or Jack?
Jack's fighting in. I'm hearing it's Jack and Ottman in Australia in February. I'm having the baby in February, so
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
happening.
won't be going to Australia. But I will.
Hard pass on Australia or
What do they-
anything overseas.
What do they say? You go across the pond or whatever it is. I'll
Never
go,
heard it.
I'll go across the pond.
Cross the drink.
I'll go across the UK to fight #1 contender, former champion in Leon Edwards in a main event. So we'll see what happens.
Why
Me
wouldn't they
too.
let?
I'm across the.
What?
Would I be crossing the?
I
pond?
go.
You
I-
no,
yeah.
no, you're not.
No, that's not.
No.
I'm gonna take a reroute. You know.
Yeah, you're on reroute.
Yo, why wouldn't they let fucking Bilal in the cage the other night, bro? That's crazy.
He did.
Listen,
He
And why
eventually
Joe
got in.
Rogan do him dirty and say they don't know he's the champion?
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
What?
I
That
will
was
say-
a shit show.
Yeah.
That like I was just listening to DC.
They wasn't expecting it.
I was listening to DC on the way over here. Like some stare downs are cool. That one kind of made the
Awkward.
fight feel like I was like, what's happening here?
I think they're probably
Language-
both Muslim. There's no beef
I
there.
think Bilal got in and thought they were gonna like have a hard stare down, and like Shavkat's like,
There's a language barrier. Shavkat just fought. And then Bilal, like as much
How
as
much
people
for
don't- as
how
much
much
as
for
people
one
don't li-
sex?
as much as people don't like Bilal, he's not a disrespectful person in
Facts.
person. So like they weren't going to get in there and like go head to head. Like I don't know. So,
I
think
think it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a lot of grappling, but I
think Bilal
ultimately
beat Shavkat.
I think Bilal, after what I've seen, I think Bilal beats him too and
Yep.
stays in still,
Bilal's
which
no-
I think is a great thing for
Yeah.
the build back. You win your next
I'm gonna
fight,
beat
you get it
Leon
back.
and then be.
I
right
wish
back
you the
in
best on that,
bitch.
but I just to throw it, I did have a thought. I was like, I know you want it, but I was like, after what Bilal did to Leon, you sure he wants to take on that type of matchup again?
Yeah. wanna
I don't think he's
smoke?
going to have much.
Yeah.
Of a
There's not
choice.
much of a choice,
Okay.
and there's not many other people. There's not many other options. So
I think he's going to want to do it.
yeah, no, Leon's gamer.
You got to try and right your wrongs.
Yeah.
Like you, at the end of the day, you have Shavkat, you have Sean, you have Bilal, and they're all grapplers.
Yeah, you're gonna
So
have
you're
to.
gonna have
You're
to
gonna have to
fight
cross
them.
that bridge.
But Sean
eventually.
ain't that piece of paper to write on. Bow. Yeah. I just
Stop
thought
touching
about
me.
that.
Stop
real
touching me,
quick,
Faith.
real quick. Main event: Pantoja.
How happy were you that Pantoja got that done early and we could all get the fuck to sleep?
Oh, I went to sleep. I watched it in the
you-
morning. I was
I was up
done.
watching it.
Yeah.
Great
Stop.
fucking job, dude. I was happy to see Pantoja win. I was hoping it was a little longer. I was hoping we got like 2-3 rounds, but dude, he's so dominant and he's a beast. And I mean, that dude came out the bang though, man.
he did.
I thought he would have been able to do a little bit more, but Pantoja's a tank. So
I think he put all his money on that flying knee, though. I think that was
Yeah,
the game.
man.
He knew he was going to shoot, and
Now this is where jiu-jitsu does show up. Pantoja, great jiu-jitsu, but he's offensive with it. He's not fucking jumping guard. You
Yep.
know, like, and he gets on your back and he strangles you.
Ain't none of that nut shit.
goes in here, Kurt, like this.
What are you, like a fucking white belt, 2 stripes?
Yeah.
You got that honorary blue belt. That shit is turkey.
You know what though, Sean? You know what I'm gonna do when I leave here?
Nobody gives a
I'm
fuck.
gonna go home.
Next card.
You got that.
Hold on. I'm gonna go home.
You got that nut ass grout fit
I'm
on.
gonna go
bitch
home
ass.
and I'm playing UFC, and I'm gonna beat your ass with Ronda Rousey.
All right. UFC, Tampa,
Where you want to
the
start?
14th, last card. Let's start at the bottom.
Just go through whatever's there.
I'm pretty sure this guy Taveras. I'm skipping the
Ramon
girl
Taveras.
fight. I don't really. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm skipping it. I don't know. I know the redhead girl, Pierre Rodriguez. She was on the Contender Series. She is tough. I don't know anything about the other girl, so I'm not picking. But when you have Davey Grant, who's tough, he's going against the Contender Series winner, Raymond Tavares. I don't know who's going to win this, but I'm probably going to go Davey Grant.
I'm going David Grant.
I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to tell you why real quick because he
ahead.
fought that kid, Sidney today.
Yeah,
Davey Grant's style is like
kickboxer.
that super slower though,
Yeah.
and he beat Sidney today, and I think this is just an older version of what he already just beat, and that's my only reason for going with the kid, Ramon or Raymond Tavares.
I don't think it's a one-sided fight, so I could see it. I'm going to go with the experience, and hopefully it pays off. Next fight is Miranda Maverick versus
I'm
Jamey-Lyn
picking
Horth.
Miranda Maverick.
I'm
Miranda
going
Maverick lives the
Maverick.
life, man. That farm strength, all that stuff. She lives the life. Bro.
Eat your cornbread.
She doesn't skip arm day. That's for sure.
Hell no. Her pull-up game's crazy.
Stacked.
Miles Johns versus Felipe Lima. I think that's a tough fight. It's going to be a really tough fight. I'm going to go with Miles Johns because it's a 3-rounder, and I think he's good, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the other way. I think this guy is like pretty quick on the feet, good kickboxing, but I am going to go with Miles Johns.
What was the hype about him? Lima?
Nah, there was no hype on him yet.
His first fight, I thought it was like some sort of hype on him when he first came in. I forgot who his last fight was, but I remember we watched it. I think we were watching it together.
He beat Muhammad Naimov.
I can't remember. I thought it was like a hype on him about something. I forgot what it was.
He submitted him in round 3. So he is good. He is good. But yeah.
Sean Woodson's on this card too.
Sean
I
Woodson,
like Sean Woodson.
Fernando Padilla.
My bad. I remember what it was. When we did the episode, he was a
Padilla.
dark character. That's what it was.
His
Damn.
dark
He was
character.
unlocked.
he was an unlocked character. I got you.
He was locked, bro.
This is an interesting fight because this guy's tall too. You know, Sean Woodson 6'2". This guy's 6'1".
Oh shit.
76-inch reach for Padilla versus 78-inch on Woodson. Reach on Woodson. I don't really know, man. I would take this fight to go to decision. But if I was to lean some type of way, I would lean Sean Woodson. But sometimes, man, he'd be getting clipped. It's crazy.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
He's been looking better as of late though.
I would take the over, and I would take Sean Woodson.
This is the first really good fight on the card. Joel Alvarez versus Drakkar Klose.
God, it's Cologne.
I'm picking Joel. Joel is a beast, man. His only loss, I think, is to Arman Sarukian. He knocked out Elvis Brenner his last fight. Let me see.
Was it Brenner or was it
That was Brenner.
It was
Oh
Brenner.
wow. Yeah, Brenner's a dog too.
Beat Mark Ducasey, and then before that,
Thiago Moises.
he got knocked out by Arman. So,
Mm.
but Arman's a fucking tank. But it was on the ground. So yeah, I'm going with Joel Alvarez as my lock. I'm wondering if he's a big favorite or not. But
I'm gonna go with Joel Alvarez as well. Man, I don't know. I could see him getting knocked out by Drakkar Klose if he can't get him down. It's gonna be interesting because
Yeah.
I feel like he waits a lot. He's like kind of slow.
But he has
starter.
really good submissions too, so I could
Mm-hmm.
see him yoking up Drakkar. I like Drakkar, but yeah, I just think it's a tough matchup.
I'm gonna go fight to finish.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna pick somebody. I'm gonna go fight to finish. I think either Klose by KO or Joel by sub or decision, and is able to out grapple him.
Michael Johnson, Ottman,
He's really an
Azaitar.
OG.
Azaitar. Yeah, Michael Johnson's an OG. He's been in the game for 23 and 19. That's his
I think about to say
record.
23 years. I was
Yeah,
like,
been in the UFC
He
since
is
1998.
23
so-
and 19. A lot of fights. Hits hard as shit. You
Yeah.
could
On the
look at his
watch.
you could look at his resume. Knocked out Poirier back in the day. Like, dude starched some people.
Knocked out Bobby
Um,
Green.
I'm gonna pick fucking Michael Johnson just because he's OG.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him too. I
don't
think
care.
he'll be able to.
His hands are fast as shit.
good boxing.
Fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Michael Johnson as well.
Adrian Yanez versus Daniel
No,
Marcos.
we skip. Tuco Tokkos versus Navajo
Yeah.
Sterling.
They don't
who's
have.
on
They don't
now,
have him. He's on the
very bottom main card.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Tuco, we're cool with him. He's out of Kill Crew. He's good friends with Brendan Allen. He's
you know
come up
anything
train with us a
about
few
the dude he's
times.
fighting?
I do a little bit.
He's a contender series winner. Very green as far as, but he does look good. I don't really know much other than
City
that.
kickboxing. He's from Izzy's in them camp.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That
it's
don't
an
mean
interesting fight. I'm gonna go with Tuco. Hopefully, he's able to use his jiu-jitsu and get him down and grapple him. But yeah, this is more like a biased pick. I'm going.
Let's
with
go,
Tuco.
Tuco.
I don't know much
My
about the
man's
other
name's
guys. so
Navajo.
Navajo Sterling. Yeah. I
We're
watched
going
this.
with the London broil and Tuco
Yeah, not
Tokkos,
him.
baby.
Dude,
He's
yeah.
young. He's
Indian
strong.
shit.
He got that city kickboxing style. Tuco probably should have a grappling advantage, but the kid is big and he's strong,
Mm-hmm.
and that Tuco has to play his best card, which would be to try and grapple him up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we'll see how it goes, but I just feel like that's the best approach. Not even being biased, he's probably going to be the better striker.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Tuco has a way to
Yeah.
get to it. You just got to implement it. That's
Yeah,
All right. Let's go, Tuco. Adrian Yanez, Daniel Marcos.
I'm going
Adrian
Daniel
Yanez.
Marcos.
all.
Ooh.
The house divided.
I think I'm a big fan of Marcos as far as like his style. I think he's a really good kickboxer. He's gritty. He's tough. He's got good defense. He doesn't really break position. I think he's like overwhelmingly underrated in this division. He's not really talked about. He's not really a big name. Like I can even saying it, I don't feel like any of us besides me and Sean probably like really recognize this guy's talents. I think Daniel Marcos beats Adrian Yanez.
All right.
Decision.
All right.
I think he out kickboxes him.
Did we just get insulted?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know his talent, bro.
I mean, let's be
It's almost as
honest.
bad. It's almost as bad as when Haskell thought forgot there was title fights on a card that had 2 title fights.
No, I don't think it's insulted, but you don't watch.
Bro,
the
I
whole
know
card.
man makes fists like this. I know his shit.
I've
cuz.
never had somebody insult the
Man.
shit out of me in my face and just.
Is that insulting?
I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
remember. It sounded very professionally to
Yeah.
put me down. Like,
I don't think it's putting down. I think it's just stating that you guys
Man,
don't
fuck
watch
these
every
guys.
single.
Fuck these
fuck,
guys.
fuck, we gonna do about
Better
it?
watch these turns. I'm gonna spill this yak
Make
on
me
my
get
suit.
Kate on your ass, bro.
Take this next one, Joey.
Vitor Petrino versus Dustin Jacoby. I actually think this is a really good fight. I am probably going to go Dustin Jacoby.
My man.
Me as well.
I think he's going to be. Victor really blew his undefeated record against Anthony Smith.
Alex Smith. I always gonna say Alex
I mean, look, Anthony Smith's a veteran, but
You
I
love
just
saying Alex Smith.
Smith.
yeah,
Go ahead.
it's just
Touchdown.
I just think he's going to be able to implement. I mean, he's either Dustin's getting knocked out or he's going to piece him up. So yeah, I think he's going to do really well.
He's just a big power puncher, isn't he?
No, I mean he is kind of good on the feet, bro. He's
Dustin
not
or
bad.
Petrino?
Petrino.
Okay, I
He's
saw like
pretty
a lot
good.
of.
He's a
shit.
power puncher, yes, but he's not bad. He's just, I think he's a little green on the ground.
Okay,
I mean, you can't be, bro. It's just,
that was the dumbest. He fucked my shit all up in that fight.
I feel
Everybody
like
shit.
these guys,
37 leg.
they get on shore, they get on shore on their feet and they just take desperate like naked shots. And you just can't do that in a fight, man. Like you back up if you have to, but you can't take desperate shots, especially when guys know, all right, I'm winning the exchanges, going to shoot, and they wrap up guillotines.
Had you spitting on the TV and shit after you lost.
Sucker
Yeah, Sean.
I'm going Dustin Jacoby.
Nasty
Dustin,
motherfucker.
yeah, I think he's gonna kickbox him up. Manel Cop versus Bruno Silva. Going
Well, Manel
Manel.
Cop. Yeah.
Manel Cop, man.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
I don't think this other guy's tough. The other guy is
Bruno's
tough,
tough, but
but I think the speed and I think
Yeah.
him being healthy. I know he hurt
I think
his
that's
foot.
his biggest hurdle is being healthy.
Yeah, so I'm going Manel Cop. Who you got, Justin?
Bruno
Nobody
Silva.
gives a fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that was crazy.
Cub Swanson versus Billy Q.
I'm going Cub.
going Billy Q.
I'm going Cub.
I'm going Billy Q.
I think Cub's going to be faster. I think Billy's really slow, gets hit a lot. But I think Cub's going to actually probably either knock him out or win a good decision of just a beat down.
How old is Cub? Cub been around for
40.
Ooh.
I think they're
He's 41 now.
I think it's gonna be a little dog. I think it's gonna be a little woof woof. I think it's gonna be a dog fight.
I
What's
think
now
so,
worse,
too.
41 or 9 years from 50?
41.
41.
Fuck that. 50, you're dusty.
Dusty. All right.
In the fight
Colby.
game.
Colby
Let's
versus
hear it.
Buckley. It's either Colby is going to wrestle for 5-minute rounds.
We got to be careful what we say here.
Or he's going to get knocked out.
Buckley might see and get upset.
Buckley's either going to knock out Colby or it's going to be a wrestling match for 5-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Is there anything on what Kobe has been doing in his idle time? Like his Instagram movement?
Fucking
No, but
political shit
political.
with the man,
Politics.
Donald Trump, or, fucking partying is what it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't think he's much of a partier. I think that's all like a front.
Yeah.
But I think he's really just on that political type shit.
I'm going to take the over 2.5. And I think, I don't know. I'm going to take the over 2.5. That's what I'll say. I think it's a 50-50 on who wins.
We want to give a shout out to Caesar Sportsbook. The BradyBagz show has a special for all the new Caesar Sportsbook customers.
Guys, use promo code BradyBagz DYW and get your first bet back up to $1,000 as a bonus if your first bet loses. We have a special BradyBagz parlay, and it's going to be a 3-leg parlay starting with Colby Covington moneyline, Joel Alvarez moneyline, and Manel Cop moneyline. So again, use code BradyBagz DYW, put the blocks in.
Bam.
Know what,
We
Joe?
got a couple of fights we got to talk about that were announced.
Want to know something, Joe? How do you make 7 even?
Jesus Christ, he came with a dad joke. Go ahead.
That ain't that joke. It makes 7 even. Take away the S. Anyway,
What?
This motherfucker.
They announced Islam versus Armin number 2.
Happy to see that.
If you're a
finally.
fight fan, go back and watch Armin versus Islam.
I'm hoping
number
Armin
1.
wins.
That was a great fight. Yeah. It's. I don't think he's going to. I would like to see
No?
it. Mm-mm.
Why are them and the Diaz boys still beefing?
Bro, you see them throwing bottles at each other?
Yo, it doesn't feel like it, but even like, not saying because you take a picture with somebody you fanboying, you probably feel that way a little bit, right? Right.
Feel
but
what?
I'll say if you take a picture with somebody you're fanboying, it's getting to my point. But
Yeah.
understand that really how large Nate is. Like even for Alex to like
Yeah.
want to like,
Yeah,
yo,
take
like
a
let me get.
picture
I'm
of
like,
him, yeah.
damn, like Nate Diaz must really be like the man. in
Yeah.
the
I
scene.
mean, he's just been the guy who's fought
Yeah,
everybody
everybody.
tough, and even though he hasn't gotten the wins, he's barely been finished.
He's just got the fighter's respect, too.
Yeah.
yeah. My bad. I want you to finish. What fights? What else fights were you talking about?
And then they announced Tatiana Suarez versus Weili Zhang.
Weili, yeah.
Got you.
I think John Weili and still.
And so, yeah. What do you got, Kurt?
Two. Those topics. Whatever. I just wanted you to get them out. 2 topics, and then one more question. Jamal Hill situation.
yeah.
At the PI, like, how do you feel about that? If you, I want to say oppress. If you're going to press somebody or address somebody, if a man throws the gloves at you, do you got to go forward with it?
And my thing is, Jamal's like, oh, we don't need the gloves. Like, we get paid to fight. Like, I'm like, bro, like, you're in the gym.
Chama like,
Just
My
you
thing
pressed
is,
out, and you pressed Alex.
my thing is, you pressed him. He threw gloves.
you got to back that up now.
I'm stepping in the ring.
I know you.
If
would.
I really want it back, you know what I mean? If I really want it back, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna get my licks in now and see.
Yeah.
No, even if you got your ass whooped, but you get the idea of what you did wrong or whatever. But yeah, man, I mean, if you're gonna take the energy to go, which I understand, don't fight for free.
Yeah.
I get it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's
No,
like
but
you
it's
came
even
up to him.
worse because he
Yeah.
was saying, let's fight bare. He was just like, yo, let's do it on some street shit. That's where you really get fucked up. So, like, for you to say you get paid to fight for money, but then you want to fight for free with no gloves, like, that makes no sense. You could break
I
your
think you
hand.
should have put the gloves on and gone in there and
Yeah,
got it over.
My beef is with whoever at the PI let that happen because they're usually really good with that shit. Like, they're
Yeah.
usually, especially these two, like,
Don't like
they
each
don't,
other.
there's beef. Like, there's
Yeah.
real
Yeah,
beef
they were
there.
on lunch break.
Yeah, I don't know. That to me, that just was
Yeah,
funny.
and
I feel like
and then he made a podcast after it, and like I'm like, Jesus.
he thought it was gonna go a certain way, but he probably didn't expect Chama to say, fuck all the talk. Let's just get in it. And like, oh shit, like fuck it.
I may be mistaken. I don't know if he said when he threw the gloves at him. I think Jamal Hill said for free. Like I don't know if he thought he was getting like a pair of gloves for free, or if he was like for free. Like, are we fighting for free? I was like, yo, this is crazy.
That one was bad. It was other controversy was Marab and Umar. So it seems like they're trying to build that up to.
Did you see the backstory to that though?
No, I did not.
That man was an implant. He was a spy. He
Who?
was
The fan?
Yep. He's teammates with Islam and them, supposedly. Marab made a whole video about it. So he was
He started with him?
Yep.
Yeah, that fight's going to cause a war.
Mental warfare, brother.
Yeah.
No, real war. Them countries
got
bomb each other, bro.
Georgia and Russia got real beef.
I didn't see any of that.
Yeah.
No? Yeah,
he
he was like
started with
walking
Marab.
recording Aljo and some fan like grabbed him or something like that. And then he looked and then he just started snapping. It looks like Marab like got pissed off.
What's his name went over and punched on him too?
Bazooka.
Bazooka.
Yeah.
Bazooka went over and punched on him.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
I like Bazooka.
Yeah,
He's a good
Bazooka.
dude.
Dude got punched on though.
I was saying Marab got him with the jacuzzi, even though he wasn't in the picture.
said-
That
Dude,
shit
that was funny.
as shit.
The press conference, though?
Even Umar, he was like, you got me.
He's like, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
They
That
know
picture
that
is
shit.
wild, though.
Wild.
Islam is slowly turning into Khabib with the humbleness.
Yeah.
Brother, carry the
Yeah.
title right
But
away.
I want to come here.
Islam's low key funny though. Like he be saying some funny shit, and you could tell even when he brought up the jacuzzi, he kind of laughed. He was like,
I
I
stay
fuck with
back.
Islam. Islam rides dirt bikes.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
North
be out
Philly
here
bull.
riding. He be fucking North Philly in it down fucking them side
Oh, he's
mountain.
good.
I was
and
about to
Dagestan.
say, in Dagestan,
I never seen him wheelie. They do
everything.
hard enduro.
Damn.
In
Yeah, I saw the mountains, bro.
brother. In the mountains.
We're definitely going off the cliff, bro.
I think they're definitely going to Dagestan.
Well,
Fuck
I'm
that.
definitely going off the cliff. Sean takes his time. I'm
yeah.
usually the one that eats shit.
Can't see Pyfer as a Shiite coming back.
Two more things. One serious, one not. Oh, did you see the Pantoja call out was to Mighty Mouse or something?
Yeah,
Never gonna
Demetrius,
happen.
yeah.
I understand it. Mighty Mouse is like, brother, I'm making all this money on YouTube. I am staying where I'm at.
He's a
And
gamer
he has-
too.
And he has fights left on his one contract, so it could literally never happen.
Yeah, but he's probably good at gaming.
I think he's like really good at it. Like I think he's like very good.
But I don't think he plays like popular. I don't think he plays like Call of Duty like I do or
No.
anything like that. But
what else?
Last thing for you, Joey. Joey, I'm asking you this question because I feel like you've talked to me for a little bit. There was a subject on I don't know if you saw Gervonta Davis's interview talking about how he's going to retire and why he's
Yeah.
going to retire.
Yeah.
And what he had mentioned was that
he
he
be better
wants
for his kids and
and he wanted to get he said he basically got to get his basically got to get over some shit and like deal with some shit, but he's scared to do it while he's fighting.
lose the edge.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's how that works? Do you feel like it just you? I'm talking to you personally. Like, do you feel like that? Does your shit kind of work like that a little bit? Like, I know you have expressed like I got shit that I got to work on.
I think a part of it. I mean, like my case is different than obviously
Yeah.
like from each fighter. Each fighter's individually like they got their own shit. But
Yeah.
a little bit because I feel like you said, he doesn't want to become soft, right?
Right.
So if you start loving everyone and just it's tough, man, because it takes a lot. Like if you're a very emotional person like I am, and then you become super soft,
Might lose
it can also take away the urge and the grit and the anger or just that killer mode to be able to go in there, especially if you're a knockout artist like he is.
Yeah.
That's
Yourself as
tough.
well.
You know what I mean? He doesn't look at it as like a sport. He's looking like he does, but I'm sure a part of him is trying to hurt somebody. You know what I mean? So it's like I get it, but I think he'll be okay because skills are skills at the end of the day. You know, you can have whatever emotion you want, but if you have the skills, you'll be able to perform. But yeah, I mean, I understand it to an extent.
I was curious about that when he said that. I was like, I can see it both ways. Where it's like, yeah, you could get rid
I
of that.
think a part of
and you
me,
lose that.
like I think all of us as people could always, use critiques and counseling, and there's a lot of shit in the world and a lot of weird shit that's not normal. So yeah, I think we all could use it, but I think a part of me is afraid to do it too because I'm like, I got a lot of shit, dude.
See, my take on it is that Davis wants to go hang on the fucking corner after he leaves the gym and still be a hood dude. That's his problem. That's why he always has all the bullshit he has.
He said he's like, yo, I got 3 daughters. He was like, I just
did
wanna,
put out his points.
He was
He
like,
just fucked up his whole
He
image.
was like, I just
No, that's all right. But Sean
this is
lives
just
in the
like-
gym. That's what you're supposed to
This is
do.
just like last week when you fucked up the Eddie Alvarez interview.
He said Eddie
I'm
paused.
gonna call you out right here on it. You just fucked up the Gervonta John. Now you fucked up the Eddie John. You ain't shit.
Sean, brush your teeth, Sean.
And I hope Steady Picks.
This shit's getting funky
I
over here,
hope,
bro.
my man, you have on the dustiest grout fit. Your house probably smells like kerosene,
Bro,
brother.
your breath
You
smells
probably
like
don't even
coyote
have
piss.
heat in your house. You be heating
Breath
your
smell-
shit up with the stove.
Sean over here.
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
trauma. Don't bring that. That's trauma. Because
You
we used to
be-
put a fucking
you be-
pot on top of the kerosene
yeah.
heater
That's
and had the whole
alright.
crib.
I used to eat fucking burgers on fucking white bread. I've been there.
Now
still-
here we are. Now the
he
fake
still
show
does
is
this shit.
coming out.
Fake
I'm
burgers?
still in the
Yo,
trenches.
Burgers is still living though.
I mean, I was in the
I was
trenches.
on ramen and fucking instant oatmeal from the dollar store.
Hey,
for
Come
months.
on. I used to get that commissary.
That's your choice.
That's
That's
how
how
you know. Oh, shit.
I don't even know what that
Anyway.
is.
White cracker bread.
Anyway, I apologize to Eddie Alvarez for this
Eddie, fucking up our
bitch
shit.
for this bitch ass
Nah, man, Ed, I love you, buddy.
bitch ass dude who said
If
he
you
wanted
loved Eddie
I'm
so
Eddie
much, you would've-
Alvarez cousin.
Yeah, you should have been there on time
shut
there on
up.
Saturday.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I was there. I pulled
At
up
what
with
time?
all my nieces and nephews.
What time did you show up?
I had
You're a
shit to
good man.
do.
What
I
time
had
did you
shit to
pull
do,
up?
And I had,
This
and I
shit's
still
strong.
pulled up.
I didn't show up. I felt under the weather. Like I said,
Hers is a nice facility.
I
It
felt,
is.
Very
nice.
nice
I
facility.
felt like I was getting sick as shit.
No one even
man.
asked you
Luckily,
to
I didn't get
go.
it.
This guy.
Look at him. He's in his bag now. I got him in
did.
his feelings.
Who asked him to go?
Nobody asked him to go.
Oh,
That's
I
why-
absolutely
I don't
was
know
set
why
up
Yo,
here.
I asked Eddie the other day. I was like, "How you know Justin?" He said, "Who the fuck was that?"
Dickhead. He knew it.
Get out of here. Lay up.
Can you even lay up anymore with those broke ass?
Because I'm
knees?
Yeah.
going to cook you
The
on a
weight
basketball
on his
court.
fucking yo.
Who? Serious
They
question.
call me
Real quick.
Avalanche.
All right.
So
Sorry.
30 seconds. Who wins in a one-on-one basketball game? Are you good at basketball?
I'm decent.
Who wins?
Bro, it ain't even a game.
Yo.
Yeah, you're right because you're gonna be fucking
I-
winded.
I got
I
a
You're gonna go for
guarantee
one way
I played
layup,
Joey
bro.
I
in
got
basketball.
Get his
$100
fucking
on
knees.
Joey.
100%, bro.
Put all
Safe.
that money up
Yeah,
there.
we
I'm
can
with
go
it.
to the
I'll
courts.
tell you this now.
We can go to the courts right
I
now.
will cook Joey so bad in basketball, he'll end up beating me up. I'm telling you now.
You really can play a little
He's
bit?
wild. Yeah.
I'm not wild.
Listen,
Joe,
I'm not.
they
I'm
play.
not. I'm
A
a
rear
fucking
naked
Larry
choke is
Bird
not a
with the
basketball move.
three-pointer, dog.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm a fucking crazy bro.
We're
You
gonna
are
set this-
getting
we're-
my
we're
shit.
gonna- We're gonna set it up.
As a
boy.
black man, yo.
We're talking street ball, right? Where you can
We're
like
gonna
put
set
your
it up.
hands and
street
shit.
ball. See that shit?
Well, I just want to make sure so you don't cry.
What the fuck am I going to cry for?
What are you gonna do, bro? You gonna run by me and sideswipe my hands with your fat ass?
Bro, I'm going to back your ass
Bro,
down.
the
cuz.
amount of weight that's in the chair right now, the chair's fucking holding
Fine
your
with
ass.
me.
That's your kneecaps.
I just wanted to point out, like,
Joey shoots a basketball like this.
when,
All right,
You're
we're
wild.
getting
when-
crazy.
all right,
We're getting crazy.
no, when God made me, like,
I grew
he
up
gave
in
me
the
no
trenches.
attributes of a brother.
You don't got.
What do you mean,
Yeah,
bro?
you do.
Yo, just for fucking being a brother.
That-
What are you talking about?
I can't play basketball.
He ain't got
I
no.
can't
He ain't got
dance.
no beard. Yo, I've been at weddings with this man.
He could tackle on the
Listen,
dance floor.
I know I can't dance. Kurt cannot dance.
And look, the sad part
Kurt
is,
cannot
once I'm
dance.
drunk, you can't tell me that I can't
Yeah.
dance.
Nah.
You can't. You sleep. This was you at John's wedding.
All right, last
Let's
thing.
wrap this
My
shit
bad.
up.
Last thing. Flap it up for
He's
the
a-
fucking Birds. The Birds is 11-2.
Caca.
I see you finally found that
I
Lane
got
Johnson jersey. Very nice.
Yo, explored the fucking bottoms of the depths of hell of Dagestan to find
You're
this
friends
jersey.
with him. Why don't you just tell him to give you one?
They don't just got him on them like that.
No, I figured they would, like,
And it would
give
be a
him-
fucking 14XL, so probably would've taken
Shit.
it. Bro, jerseys. This is a medium. Jerseys run so
Big.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oversized.
We
like a mother-
got what do we got?
Just like
We got-
Justin.
Just like Justin. We shouting out.
We'll do that right after. Close us out with some fan appreciation, please, Joey Pyfer.
Fan appreciation.
Yes,
Well,
man.
thank
Thank
you
you.
for all the fans that like, subscribe, share. Thank you again to Devin Wade Studios for allowing us to do our podcast.
Devin
here.
Wade
We
Productions.
do
Thanks,
appreciate it. He's got our BradyBagz, everything up here, steady picks. It's cool. Hopefully we can make this a thing a few times a month or, whenever he allows us or he has time. So thank you. Thank you to
Dev.
Steady Picks for the consistent work of being able to do what we enjoy. This is our job. This is our career. And, at the end of the day, these are all opinions and opinions of fighters, casuals like fucking Justin.
Also,
and,
sorry for Justin ruining the Eddie Alvarez interview.
Sean's
Again,
still in his bag.
We know you guys are upset about the Eddie Alvarez interview. Peace out.
No, Steady Picks.
Shout out St. Joe's Prep.
Shut the fuck up. Man, fuck them kids.